And that's how you combat a rush defense. Let the defense make decisions at the line, stretch them out wide, beat the one-on-one tackles, and convert your opportunities into points. What's up, guys? Dane Sherrod here, host of the Kick On Rugby channel. We're going to review Scarlets versus Leinster. Leinster's second defeat of the year away at Scarlets, URC Rugby. Before we do, as always, let me know in the comments what you guys thought of the game, who played well, who didn't, who was your man of the match, what did Scarlets do well, what did Leinster do well, and what did Leinster not do too well. Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get into it. So before we get into all of it, yes, I understand that this is a Leinster third or fourth string team, but I will not take any credit away from Scarlets because this is an outstanding performance from Scarlets and one that they definitely needed this time of the year for URC. In the URC, only a handful of rounds left, not even. I think there's 2 or 3 rounds left, regular season rounds, and a fantastic showing from the Scarlets side, winning this game 35-22. I think the end score was. And again, yes, might have been Leinster's third or fourth string squad, but Scarlets still put out a dominant performance and showed how a team can break down this rush defense of Leinster. So we'll get straight into it. I'll stay on Scarlets, the home team, first. And they open up the scoring lovely. And this is the first bit where I'm like, this is how you combat that rush defense, is making the defense make decisions at the line, not letting that defense put pressure on the attack so that the attack needs to make outrageous decisions. So that's what the rush defense does so well when it's executed really well, pushing up in the ball carrier's face, and he's making the ball carrier make quick decisions. But if you can turn that onto the defense, so yes, while the defense is rushing up, you as the ball carrier have got 1,000 options. The timing on everything is right as well. And you can play those options right up at the line and letting the defense make decisions and not the other way around. It can go a long way into making line breaks, into getting over that advantage line, into then further on scoring tries. And Gareth Davies' try here was perfect. So they run that pod shape where it's the 3, you've got the guy out the back, you've got the guy running short. This is a ball carrier, you've got a guy on the inside, someone out the back, and this guy's running short. Ball carrier gets it. Yeah, the rush defense it is. But this third guy here, the defensive player, he decides to go out the back to put him under pressure. And they give the short ball here. It's perfectly timed to Tane Plumtree. He busts through 2-on-1 inside to Gareth Davies, and he goes over to score. It shows that was their first way of showing how they could beat the rush defense. The second one was for Tom Rogers' try. Wow, and it's just spreading that defense, so stretching Leinster's defense, making meters on the outside, finding the space out wide, so it's getting past that initial rush. So where they're rushing is usually around that middle section, so putting the fly off under pressure or putting that the forward pod under pressure. And if you can get it past that, you'll usually find a lot of space. And this is what I thought Scarlets did really well. So they stretched the defense like that. They were standing deeper or at least having good options for the ball carrier. So causing the defense to sit. A lot of times there'll be a short runner here, then they passing out the back, stretch the defense. And then another good one is the cross kick where you can see where the space is. So I think it was Costello looked up. That defense is pushed up so much. The space is out wide. Put it on a tee for Tom Rogers to go over to score there. Fantastic. And while I think Scarlets are doing really well on attack, so combating this rush defense from Leinster, their rush defense was good as well. I thought they had a bit of a slight rush defense similar to that of Leinster's, and they were putting Leinster under a ton of pressure like that, staying really connected, pushing up together. I think Tane Plumtree got an intercept that he went on to score. And that just all from that rush defense getting up in a line and then making, like I said earlier, making that attack make rash or out of pocket decisions. And they were doing that really well, where if you flip that and you show a good attack shape where the defense rushes up, but he's got 4 or 5 guys that he needs to defend in front of him. So let the defense make the decision and not the other way around. And that's what a good rush defense does to an attack. But a good attack can do that to a rush defense where you let the defense make the decision. Because you've got the ball in hand, you want to be in charge, right? The only way you can do that is if the defense sees a picture of 3 or 4 or 5 options and is like, holy, who do I go for here? Even though I'm rushing up, if I go for this guy, they play this guy. If I go for this guy, they play that guy. If I don't go for him, he's going to dummy and go through. You get what I'm saying. And Scarlets, I think, did this really, really well. Like most teams, kickoff exit, a problem. They got a ball charged down and scored right off that. Like, you do so well to score a try, and then it's such a coach killer. You score a try, you put 7 points on the team, and now you want to get your exit or get your kickoff and exit straight away. And then you get a charge down and get a try scored against you, and it just cancels all that good work you've done just before that. And it's big coach killer that. I thought, and then another one again was how they penetrated this defense really well was beating those one-on-one tackles, getting around on the outside. For whose try was it? Joe Roberts' I think it was Roberts' try where he went over untouched right at the start of the second half. A lovely bit of play, set play out the back. They had a Leinster player rushing out to make a spot tackle on Blair Murray. He's drifted kind of before the ball and used the pass to make space for himself. Seen that defender coming out, got the drift outside of that, went through inside ball, and Roberts goes over untouched. So again, it's ways to penetrate the rush defense is showing a big picture or a picture of options in front of that defense, letting the defense make decisions, not letting the defense put the attack under pressure. So you can bust through the middle like that, where you're showing a big option of there's so many guys that can take the ball here. Stretching your defense, getting space out wide, so having options out the back, being deep enough to beat them on the outside, and then skipping past those one-on-one tackles. The cross kicks work really well as well. Scarlets did this very well, and they picked, like I said, even though it's a Leinster third string side, they picked apart this Leinster defense really well, and it worked well for them, and they deserve to win this game. Going over to Leinster quickly, obviously a ton of players out resting for the Champions Cup game next week versus Northampton. But still, they would have wanted to win this. This is their second loss of the season. They've played 1,000 games. I think it's almost at 20 games now, and this is only their second loss. So still, there's still a lot of positives to take from this. I thought they showed some good shape early on, kind of working out how Scarlets were going to defend and then working out their timing, because obviously these guys that are playing for Leinster, yes, a lot of them, there's a lot of experience there, but a lot of guys that have combinations that haven't played together, there's just the timing a bit off. I thought Ross Byrne was very slow with his decision making, whether it's the pass or what he wanted to do. If he wanted to pass flat or out the back, I feel like he would get the ball, look up, and then make the pass. And there's one time he got picked off for an intercept. A couple times where he's given the wrong pass, where as soon as the guy he's passed to gets smashed. Just very slow in his decision-making. And as a 10, you want to be decisive. You want to be quick. Like, he has the options there. You want to just play those guys quick, so those guys have time to make a decision, or they're in space and they're not getting smashed as soon as they get the ball. I thought Jamie Osborne was busy as always, really, really good. I thought Sirocco was good as well. I like Sirocco. Every time he gets an opportunity to play for Leinster, he's one of the best on field, very physical, takes that enforcer role on his chest, and he loves wearing that badge, and he was really good in that regard. I liked the play to set up Mangan's try. Fantastic. The first phase move off the scrum, gun wraps around the back, goes to offload to Turner. Turner goes, and then Patience, they get caught just before the line. Patience, they little picks and drives, and Mangan goes over to score. I do concede early on in the second half, and then they kind of fight their way back. There was a bit of to and fro. There's two like quality sides on show. I thought it was a great example of just good rugby all across the park. Like, yes, a couple of handling errors, and I thought Leinster's line out was in the second half was not good at all. But overall, a quality game of rugby. Massive credit to Scarlets. They picked apart this Leinster rush defense in saying that it is Leinster's third or fourth string side. And the defense, while they were still trying to do their rush defense that everyone kind of knows they do, it wasn't connected. It was scattered. There was guys shooting out of line. They were getting beat and then putting their defense under pressure. And while a rush defense, you want to put the attack under pressure and let them make rash or quick decisions under pressure, I think Scarlets turned that around onto Leinster, and their attack was that good that they were letting Leinster's rush defense have to make quick rash decisions, and it wasn't working well for them, and Scarlets were penetrating them like that. Good win for Scarlets. They keep their hopes in the finals alive for the URC. And Leinster march on. They've got a big game next week in the Champions Cup. They still march on. They're still top of the table. What did you guys think of this one? Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye.